All right, buddy, you can roll.
All right.
You're listening to News Radio WJPF Heron, 1340 AM and 99.5 FM, and WCIL Carbondale, 1020 AM and 107.9 FM. A member of River Radio, a division of Max Media.
The Carterville Lions are on the air. News Radio WJPF is proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggin Palach and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Heron. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you here on this Saturday night of high school basketball as the Carterville Lions welcome the Benton Rangers to Carterville this evening for a special night of basketball. It is Orange Out night here for the Lions as we are trying to take care of one of our own here. Assistant coach Eli Gunter, assistant coach for Todd Rogers on the basketball team, also one of our assistant football coaches under Brett Dial, who was diagnosed with leukemia, and an opportunity, John Homan, for us to come together as two communities and maybe raise some money to kind of help with the financial strain that automatically comes along with that cancer diagnosis.
Well, yeah, and there's going to be hundreds of people doing just that tonight. You and I are involved as well, and you know, whatever we can do to help the young man, whatever any of us can do to help the young man is foremost in our minds right now.
Absolutely, and I know that Coach was here for the girls' game today. Now, I haven't seen him here this evening, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't make an appearance here this evening as well. We're glad to have you with us here this evening. Of course, the Carterville Lions took one on the chin last night as they were beat at Heron 46-32 on the road at Heron last night. And, you know, these two teams, Benton and Carterville, just played a week ago last night up at the BIT. It just seems, I said to Coach, and you'll hear that in the pregame, thanks for the scheduling redundancy that we've seen here this year, because it's just kind of worked out that way.
It has, and you're right. It seemed like there's so many it seemed like forever since the Lions played Benton, but just a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lions played Benton fairly close on their home floor, and before Benton kind of pulled away late. But, you know, now you have them on the Lions' home floor. I think it's a chance to be in the thick of it and maybe steal one tonight.
Absolutely, and, you know, when it was close until there in the second half, it was when Dr. Tedeschi kind of took over in that ball game at the Rich Heron Gymnasium, and he got loose and wound up, you know, putting the Rangers on his back like he does, and kind of pulled them away in that win in that semifinal game at the BIT.
We'll find out if what the Lions learned from Meridian and watching how they defended and how they defeated Benton in the championship game.
Good point.
I'm sure there've been a lot of viewing of that video by Shane Hawkins and company, trying to figure out, okay, what weaknesses can we, you know, explore here and try to take advantage of, because I mean, I know that Meridian's not the same type of personnel that what Carterville has, but there are some similarities. And so I think that what you have to do is you have to attack. You can't be scared of getting your shot blocked by Dr. Tedeschi. You have to take it right to him and try to get him in some foul trouble. That's what I would That's the way I'd approach it.
make him defend you.
Absolutely.
Because, maybe you might get your shot blocked, but you may also cause a foul too.
You might. And the thing is, you can't play scared in any sport.
Nope.
And Docker's he's gonna get his share of blocks. He's gonna get his share of points. And you tip your hat. Good for you, young man. But you just got to go right at him, put him on the defensive, and try to get him in foul trouble. That's the way I see it.
While Carterville was playing on the road last night at Heron, Benton was at home, and they were able to host the DuQuoin Indians, and they picked up a pretty easy 65-38 win last night at home at Rich Heron Gymnasium. Both teams are out on the floor, and as you look out, if you were here or watching on the live stream, you'll see that both teams are sporting the same shirt, and that is the T-shirts that have been sold tonight for Coach Eli Gunter. It's pretty cool because I was told that we said we would send the T-shirts to the school and to Benton High School, and they said, no, we're going to pay for them because we want that to be our part of what we could do for tonight.
Well, that's the class thing to do, right?
Absolutely.
And tip of the hat to Benton Rangers for doing that. And so, I mean, it should be just a unified front, and I think that's what we see here tonight.
Absolutely. John and I, we're going to have some other high school news coming up here in just a few minutes, but when we return here on our pregame show, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins. That's coming up next. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
You said the coach's interview's up next. Is that what you said? Okay. I got a couple minutes then.
Yep. Hey, Gannon, is our signal okay coming to you?
Or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our pregame show tonight. Coach, this week has been like deja vu all over again, the way you've got these things scheduled.
Ollie. Yeah, just play them in a different site in a different order.
That's true.
But we're going to – you've been here long enough. I mean, we're going to play these people in the regular season. We're going to – every year you go look at it, we don't have any really give-me's. You may get a game that you may win by 25 or 30, but it's not going in. You don't know that. And the best way for us to prepare to win a regional or the conference is to play the best teams. And because if you're going to win something, you have to beat the best teams. You're not going to beat 1-8 schools and win a conference or regional. So that doesn't matter. So you have to find a way to, if you can compete in our conference and you can compete in the regional, you have a chance to go to the state tournament every year because that's who you're going to have to beat. And that's the way it's going to be. We're going to play as many teams on the other side of the river to river that's going to play us, and we're going to play some couple 2A or a couple 3As, and we're going to learn how to win and we're going to learn how to beat good teams.
This Benton team we just faced a week ago, close ball game. Carterville was right there. Then Docker got loose a little bit there for a few minutes, and they kind of put us away.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we did a lot of things right. I thought we made it hard for him in the first half, and then he got a little bit of space, and he's 6'8" and can rise over and shoot us and shoot over us, and he got a couple baskets and kind of got his momentum going there in the third quarter. But I thought our effort was tremendous. I didn't think we backed down from him. We did kind of what we wanted to do. We made him make tough shots. Owens hit 2 threes in the first half, but we also got them to shoot some of the shots we wanted them to shoot. We just have to do a better job of when we get them to take the shots we want, we have to go rebound. And that was kind of the issue last night too. We got some of those guys that we deem as non-shooters to shoot it, and we didn't finish it with a rebound, and then Kai got going, and we could never score enough to get back in the game.
Tonight, kind of a special night here.
So
Orange
take a
out
60
for Coach
Take
Gunter.
a 60
And,
after this interview.
It's just it's always neat whenever you see, and we talked about this during the broadcast last night. Whenever we see schools that we play come together for a single cause, it's despite the rivalry, it's always that love that you have for your fellow teams, and it's amazing to see when it happens.
It is, and last night was a big deal, and they do it more of, in general for cancer in general, and they honored a bunch of people at halftime, and it's great. But I think when you can do it with one person in mind, and everything, all the proceeds will go towards Coach Gunter and his expenses that he's got going on right now. But Todd Rogers has done just a fabulous job with this, and he approached me in early December about trying to find a date that this would work and find a date that they played at home, and this happened to be a date that they didn't play, but it's kind of like the best date that we could get as far as a Saturday home game, and so they found Chester to play them this afternoon, and I think he was here. I think Coach Gunter was here for the girls' game, and but anytime you can do something like this for a specific person, it kind of means a little bit more. And what a tremendous young man Eli is, and our school is better because of him, and our athletics because he coached football and he coaches girls basketball. But our athletes are better because of him too, and our coaches are better because he's pretty good. For being a young guy, he's a really good coach and has a really good rapport with young kids, and those are the guys you want to get into coaching, and hopefully we can put his mind to ease a little bit, just maybe for the night. I know he's getting ready to go for his next round here next week, and hopefully this night will kind of take a little stress off of him.
Coach, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special when I met team members at Benton Rangers. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs
Yes, sir.
with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Benton Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you.
How about this, Dave? Don't have the final, but Centralia beat Waltonville by 4.
I heard that earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
Took them down to the wire. Good for them.
Yeah.
When I saw it. City employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support
Good
the
for them.
IBEW, you're really supporting
Did not
Southern
embarrass
Illinois.
themselves.
Help make Southern Illinois a brighter
Overall,
place.
pretty successful weekend for the Woodlawn
Not bad.
Cardinals.
Waltonville Spartans.
Spartans.
Waltonville. Said
Oh,
Woodlawn.
that's right,
Yeah,
Waltonville.
Waltonville, not Woodlawn.
Yeah, Waltonville's getting tore up by Gorville right now. Woodlawn.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you as we're just moments away from the tip-off here between the Carterville Lions and the Benton Rangers. High school bowling, let's talk about that. What a day for Southern Illinois.
Fantastic day for Southern Illinois. On the team side and the individual side, Harrisburg Bulldogs win the state championship as a team. First state championship for Harrisburg bowling. They've been bowling for 23 years. Congratulations to Doug Cotterman and the crew. Individually, Carterville Lions have a big chest puffing out here today. David Luchka wins the individual title today.
State champion.
State champion, individual champion. Harrisburg went 2-4-10. So 4 Southern Illinois bowlers were in the top 10 in the entire state in bowling. That's how dominant Southern Illinois bowling was this year, and many years other than this year.
And let me tell you what, I'd almost bet your paycheck.
Okay. One that I haven't gotten yet.
David Luchka is going to make an appearance here in this game tonight.
As he should.
As he should.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got a quote coming out in an article that will be online at the Southern Illinois a little bit later this evening. And I asked him, I said, what are you going to take away? What's your takeaway from this whole experience? He said that I am the state champion in bowling for the state of Illinois. And what a great takeaway to have.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No.
We're going to go on and take our final break here on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off and the starting lineups next on News Radio WJPF.
Reagan Palach and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since
Is it Anthem right now?
They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Reagan Palach and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy.
Bring her back after this.
Anthem number 3 for the day.
Okay. Look no further than Rise Performance. Yeah. They even have a separate room for free weights.
I like this one better.
Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Nice job on the anthem by the Carterville High School pep band here this evening as we are getting you set for this matchup here tonight. The Benton Rangers outstanding on the season. What are they now, John Homan? I don't have I forgot to write their record down.
Benton Rangers?
Yeah.
I want to say 17-2.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll
look that up here.
We'll get that checked out here for you. I'll get that for you, Dave.
So the starters being announced for Coach Ron Weinmiller. When you do try to do 3 ball games in a day, it's kind of hard to forget some things, you know.
You're not kidding.
So let's go through the starting lineups for Coach Ron Weinmiller and the Benton Rangers here this evening as he's going to go with the 6'2 senior, number 4, Kyle Thomas. The 6'6 junior, number 5, Nolan Schaefer. The 6'2 senior, number 11, Trayson Severin. Number 12, the 6'1 senior, Grant Owens. And finally, the big man in the middle, 6'9 senior, number 41, Dr. Tedeschi. Thomas, Schaefer, Severin, Owens, Tedeschi, the starting 5 for Coach Ron Weinmiller and the Benton Rangers.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game. I think that the Lions can be competitive, can have a chance to win if they play up to the capabilities.
Starting lineup tonight for the Carterville Lions. As we also got to mention, and I haven't seen anything today. I know that Carterville Cheer was competing in the IHSA sectionals. Today, they're not here tonight. It looks like the dance team for Carterville is providing the cheerleaders over on the sideline. And we'll see if we can run down some information on that for you as we go through the game today as well. Starters are being announced now for Shane Hawkins. It's going to be Logan Engel getting the start for Alex Kimbrough tonight, who is under the weather. Last night, Parker Poole missed the game because he was under the weather. He's back this evening for Shane Hawkins. Caden Wilson is good. Colton Hawkins is good. And Maddox Gully all here this evening. The starters for Shane Hawkins, Wilson, Engel, Hawkins, Poole, Gully, the starting 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the Lions, it's good to get Parker Poole back in there. I mean, he can certainly body up Tedeschi down low, and he has that nice little jump shot from 12 to 15 feet. And so I think the Lions really missed him last night against Aaron. And
he did a decent job on Tedeschi in that first matchup. He had 6 points, too, to chip in. As the Rangers are the first on the floor, they're dressed in their road maroon uniforms with the white numbers on the back. Nice crowd for Carterville on the far side. And, of course, Benton Rangers always travel well no matter where they go. As we are glad to have you with us here this evening. And don't forget, you can go to YouTube and you can watch and listen to the game right there. Lions break huddle with their head coach. Fist bumps from Parker Poole to Dr. Tedeschi. And we watch the officials step into the center circle. Whistle, and the ball is in the air, and the Rangers win the tip. They're moving right to left on your radio dial here this evening as Rangers, Kyle Thomas at the points for Benton, has the ball between the circles. Carterville showing zone early. They get it to Tedeschi, and his first shot is blocked. There's a couple of Lions players there. We'll see who the block is going to be on. It's going to be on Colton Hawkins. And he picks up his first foul of the game. Doc's free throw is good to get the scoring going here for the Benton Rangers. Number 41 on his back. Hits both of them.
We have an update courtesy of our friend Ron Van Horn, former Cecil coach. The Carterville cheerleaders qualified for the state finals.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Caden Wilson straightaway three, a little bit short, ball out of bounds, last touched by the Benton Rangers. Thanks for the update on that. We appreciate that.
They didn't. He said they didn't win it. They did qualify for the finals.
That's all that matters. You
Yes,
got to get in.
Got to get in.
So it's going to be Maddox Gully. The triggers in to Hawkins. Colton skip pass over to the left wing. Caden Wilson drives into the paint, pulls up the dribble, trying to get the shot off, but he traveled before the shot. So turnover number 1 of the game, pointing toward the home team here this evening. Here comes Kyle Thomas. Wilson on him defensively, over to the right wing. Severin feeds it back to Thomas, back to Severin. Severin looks inside, gets it to Schaefer. Back to Severin, back to Schaefer, baseline drive, little right-hand floater, good for Trey Severin.
Schaefer.
Or Schaefer, I'm sorry, Nolan Schaefer. And Maddox Gully comes back and answers the other way for the Lions. Right off the elbow, cuts the lead in half, 4-2. Here on the near side, Owens up top to Thomas. Thomas back and forth, runs the point. They feed Schaefer. Three put up from Owens, no good, but it did go.
So Schaefer stuck it back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you have to box out on that side. Cannot give up easy shots.
6-2 is our score here. Maddox Gully behind the back dribble to the right wing to Wilson. Now Colton Hawkins forcing his way into the paint, dishes it off to the left wing. Comes back to Colton, top of the key, to the elbow, pulls up, feeds it down low. Parker Poole, shot blocked by Tedeschi, out of bounds, last touched by Doc here on this baseline.
I like that though by Poole. Be aggressive, take it right at the big fella.
So we trigger in. Gully's got to get it in, lobs it to Poole. Poole, little jumper, in and out, no good. Put back by Colton Hawkins as he is there to clean that up. 6-4 the score. Rangers with it. Severin to Thomas, now left wing. Back to Thomas up top. Drives, got three in the lane. Take advantage of that little break in the defense and pushes it back to an 8-4 lead for the Rangers. Wilson to Gully, Engel to Caden Wilson. Caden pulls out, gets it to Gully. Maddox drives into the block, off the glass a little too strong. Tedeschi the rebound. Top of the key, three straight away off the mark. And the foul is going to be called on Nolan Schaefer. Schaefer picks up his first team foul on the Rangers. So it's going to be Lions basketball. 5 minutes remaining, 8-4 is our score here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan. Hawkins, top of the key. Poole dishes it to Gully.
Oh,
trying to stop and lost the handle on the ball. Turnover number 2 on the Lions. The Rangers have it top of the key. Thomas to the elbow, dishes it corner right. That is Owens. His 3 no good. Parker Poole gets the rebound for Carterville. Outlet pass. Logan Engel drives, got past the defense, had a shot blocked, gets his rebound, gets it right back here on the baseline. A good job. And it stays with the Lions. Caden Wilson crossover on Schaefer. Now Hawkins finds Caden, top of the key, back to Hawkins. Got a step 3, and he gets it. Colton Hawkins, 5 of the 7 for the Lions, pulls the Lions to within 1.
And the Lions need every bit of that. They need those 3, knock some of those 3s down.
Under 4 to play here in the opening quarter. They feed the post down low, and the bucket's good from Nolan Schaefer.
He has 6 of their 10 there, Dave.
They have several weapons. Oh, what a pass.
Good pass.
Beautiful pass from Colton Hawkins to Parker Poole. Parker finishes it for the Lions.
Catch it or wear it, right?
Yeah. Not 10-9, the score. Rangers, the 1-point lead and the ball. Schaefer has it, throws it out top. Thomas. Nobody comes out to him defensively, and that's why, because he threw an air ball. But he saves the ball from going
save that?
Out of bounds, and he whips it right to Docker Tedeschi.
Wow. It's a tough break.
Logan Engel hits the 3, and Carterville's tied it up 12-12 with 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Out on the right side of the circle, reach in. Maddox Gully got poked in the eye. Or the nose, he seems like he's okay. Tedeschi, 3, bang. Docker, he scored 7. And we've got Maddox Gully. It's going to have to come out of the game.
Yeah, he might have
He's
some
bleeding.
blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
He got hit in the face. Trainer Brad Brush comes to him. So Jaden Wilson comes in to replace Maddox Gully. So on the floor right now, it's both Wilsons, Parker Poole, Logan Engel, and Colton Hawkins.
Not sure what the bone of contention is here. Apparently it's solved.
No explanation.
No, nothing we could
discern
determine
up here. Yeah.
No.
Maybe they hadn't put points on the board. I thought it was 12-12, but
that could be.
We don't know.
It was 12-12 before the 3. Yeah. Oh,
so Hawkins hits little jumper. 7 for Colton. Keeps the Lions to within 1. With the basketball, Schaefer to the right side. Owens. Now it comes up top of the key into the game. Jackson Zettler for Coach Ron Weinmiller. Owens throws it up top. Schaefer. Now it's Zettler, corner right. Feeds the post. Doc has it. Gets the bucket in the foul. It's going to count.
He gets the ball down within 2 feet of the basket. Maybe they'll just let him have it.
Basket's good. The foul is on Logan Engel. And Docker, who's got 9, is looking to get to double digits here with the free throw, and he does.
Didn't take long, did it?
Nope. 18-14. Straight away,
Oh.
Hawkins hits a 3.
Dave, he's 4 for 4 from the field.
You know, we saw Dr. Tedeschi score 50 in the BIT. Docker's jumper, that
Over the
one's
back.
off the mark, and that's going to be an over the back on Jackson Wiggs. And that's going to give the ball to the Lions. So with 1:30 remaining, it's a 1-point ball game. 18-17, Caden Wilson. Leaves it for his brother, Jaden. Jaden into the paint. to Hawkins. He's got another open jumper, no good. Tedeschi a rebound. Doc is going to bring it across the midcourt himself. Passes it off to Schaefer. Schaefer corner left. Skip pass over to Doc on the right wing.
Oh, my.
My goodness.
He and Lukens, those long-range threes.
It's like watching Taylor Horton from John A.
Yeah,
Logan.
no kidding. She was amazing today.
She had 9 threes today for the Lady Volunteers.
39 points. Wow.
21-17, Rangers the lead. Hawkins, Engel puts up the jumper, no good. And Zettler gets the rebound for the Rangers with 42 seconds remaining. Bounce pass to Zettler in the paint, spins, reverses, puts the shot up, it rolls off, and Logan Engel, the board for Carterville. Trailing by 4, 21-17. Caden Wilson, the slow stroll. Brings it across midcourt. Coming out to him defensively, Jackson Wiggs. Wilson with the left-hand dribble, reverses back. Across the logo, midcourt, 13 on the clock. Poole sets the pick. Wilson gets free. Logan Engel, head fake. Runner with the right hand, doesn't finish. Comes off to Schaefer for the Rangers. 3, 2, 1. At the buzzer, it is Nolan Schaefer that gets the bucket. 8 first quarter points for Schaefer. 13 first quarter points for Tedeschi. And it's a 23-17 lead. The Benton Rangers over your Carterville Lions as we head to the second. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
So one thing you can't do is give up that shot on the other end when you're holding for the last shot.
Nope.
Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. FDIC, housing lender.
Benton's 19 and 2.
First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Back at Carterville High School, this Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson in the City of Carterville reminding you they're going to be picking up limbs and tree debris from the ice storm. They've started that process. You can find more information if you go to the website, visitcarterville.com. That's where you'll find all the details about the program. City of Carterville says, let's go Lions. 23-17 as we start play here in the second quarter. Lions with it. Engel, good ball fake, drives, finds Parker Poole. Little short jumper for Poole is good for Parker. Back to a 4-point lead for the Rangers with the ball.
I need to get a stop here on this end defensively.
Zettler dishes it left side. Wiggs buries the three.
Boy.
From the left wing.
They could shoot the 3 ball.
Yes, they can. Carterville's Wilson to Engel. Back to Caden. Caden at the elbow, right side. Feeds it to Poole down low, and he tried to feed it to Logan Engel, but Rangers stepped right in front of it. Schaefer did. So Tedeschi drops it off. Schaefer now to Zettler. Zettler on the right wing. Drives into the paint. Traveled with ball, no call. Comes out left wing. Jumper from Wiggs for 3 again. Jackson Wiggs, the sophomore.
They're just different people knocking him down.
And it's blown up to a 10-point lead. And the foul is going to be called on the Benton Rangers. I believe it's going to be on Wiggs. It's going to be number 2.
Yes.
On Wiggs. They get the ball into Poole. Now Hawkins over to Logan Engel. On the curl is Wilson. Engel puts up the 3. Tedeschi the rebound for The Rangers outlet pass getting behind the defense. Schaefer off the glass and good. Nolan Schaefer in double digits now at 10. Timeout on the floor called by Shane Hawkins. Look at that scoreboard. All of a sudden it's 31-19 and we're less than 2 minutes in to this second quarter. We'll pause for 60 seconds as well. 31-19, the Rangers on top of the Lions here on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexed and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing since 1975. Full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow, if you lock yourself out of your car, they can help. Call Campbell Brothers at 618-942-4875. 31-19, Rangers have the lead. Hawkins jumper gets his own rebound and put back after the first miss. 12 in the game for Colton. Colton averaging about 10 a game.
And 5 of 7 from the field.
31-21, 10-point lead. Top of the key straight away. Wiggs has another three. He misses that one, though. And the Lions get the rebound. Corner left. Wilson launches the three. High off the rim, no good. And the rebound is pulled down by Kyle Thomas. Thomas to Tedeschi. Behind the defense, off the glass, Thomas misses the bunny, goes out of bounds, last touched by Kyle Thomas. And it's going to come right back to the Carterville Lions.
It's a break for the Lions. They need to take advantage and cut into that deficit of 10.
Is that the first turnover on Benton?
So it is the first turnover.
10-point lead, 31-21. Here comes Hawkins. Gets the screen, double screen there actually. Up top, Jaden Wilson had the ball go off his fingertips. Turnover number 4 on the Lions. Thomas feeds it, and it's kicked out of bounds. Looked like it was kicked out of bounds.
I think it was by Colton. I think he's the one who kicked it out.
So Benton going to keep possession. Grant Owens lobs it in to Docker. Doc takes it from there and puts up the shot, in and out, no good. Ball is on the floor, and Jaden Wilson saves it. Kicks it to his brother, Caden. Here he comes into the front court. Zach Snow on the floor to Hawkins. Colton drives in, steps back, reverses.
Oh, hard shot.
Fadeaway
Oh,
jumper, and he got that to go somehow.
Man, just his night maybe, huh?
14 for Colton. Good thing he's hot.
Yeah.
31-23 is the score. 8-point lead for the Rangers.
A turnover.
And Doc turns it over. Turnover number 2. Both of them here in this second quarter. Hawkins forces his way into the paint. And the foul is going to be called on Benton. That's going to be on Grant Owens. It's going to be the first on Owens. Team foul number 2. Parker Poole checks out. Marion Adams, who was outstanding last night at Heron. I think he had 8 points last night. Straight away, Hawkins back to Snow. Snow gets the shot off over the defender. Missed it. Tedeschi gets the rebound. Outlet pass. Right side. Schaefer spins, reverses, finds Doc. Doc to the elbow, left side. Now whips it up top. With the ball now, Severin. And save from going into the backcourt. And a timeout called by Ron Weinmiller. With 3:46 remaining here in the second quarter. It's 31-23, back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom. And
Have a score update at the half. Vienna leading Cecil-Valere 26-17.
Students can get a jump start in their careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to
Moorville beat Woodlawn 6 or 81-6.
Heron Marion hadn't started yet.
transfer program. No matter your path.
That's, and then Carbondale plays at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, late game, yeah.
This season and visit jalc.edu.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. That's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. 31-23 is our score. Ball in the backcourt. Tedeschi picks it up. Up top, Carterville double teams him there, but he steps through, right back, down low, turns it over. Lost the handle. Here come the Lions. Wilson waits on the defender, gets the bucket. Caden Wilson has his first bucket of the game.
Kyle Thomas was grabbing his left ankle there, but I think he's walking it off okay.
And we got some moisture on the floor, it looks like. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant and school-aged children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. The best care anywhere, Malone's Early Learning Center.
And Dave, the Lions have whittled 6 points off that 12-point deficit.
They
so
have 31
back in the game.
31-25, 3:15 remaining. Rangers skip pass, right side wide open. Severin put up the three, no good. Schaefer gets the rebound. Now it's Wiggs. It drives, jumper, good.
Well, he's having a half, isn't he?
He is. 8 points all here in this second quarter. Back to an 8-point lead. Fadeaway jumper from Hawkins.
Man, I've never seen him this hot.
You can see he's feeling it. He just has that look about him. 7
of 9 from the field is Colton Hawkins.
Jumper no good. Speaking of Hawkins, gets the rebound. 2.5 remaining until halftime. Coming up, we'll recap this game. We'll talk about Southern Illinois sports. Hawkins launches again. That one was way too strong. Wilson gets the rebound, gets it to Hawkins. Here's Zach Snow. He loves that spot, but he can't bury the three from the corner. Rangers get the rebound. Doc pulls up, fights his way through, and Dr. Tedeschi.
But he takes a step. It's like 6 steps for us.
Jaden Wilson picks up the personal foul. It's going to be the first on the Lions. Tedeschi, who setting on 16 points at the line shooting free throws. Misses that one. Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. Doc gets that one. 14 in the game for Dr. Tedeschi. 2 minutes exactly until halftime. Wilson's three, a little too strong. Nice job tipping that out by Hawkins. Reset by Carterville. Adams hits the jumper. Amarian Adams. 5-point lead now. Lions scratching their way back. Oh, Dr. Tedeschi behind the back as he drove the lane, missed the layup, got fouled, and he has more free throws coming. Foul is going to be on Zach Snow.
He's hard to keep out of the paint. And when he wants to go out there and shoot the three, you can't really do anything about that either. When you're 6'8", you can just shoot over anybody just about.
Like we mentioned about Kyrese last night, it seems like we've been watching him play for about 8 years as well.
Yeah.
Second is good.
Like Heron, we're in a popular walkway here. A lot of folks like to come by and say hello, which is nice.
36-29 is our score. Rangers on top. The only thing missing is the concession stand right behind.
There you go.
Jumper no good from Omarion. And Schaefer gets the rebound for the Rangers. Wiggs brings it across midcourt. Engel on him defensively, hands it off. They get it to Tedeschi. Back to Wiggs toward the left side. Doc drives into the paint, got down the right side. The runner with the right hand is good. He's got 18 here, 38-29, back to a 9-point lead. And as hot as Tedeschi is, lucky it's only a 9-point lead.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Yep.
30 seconds until halftime. Shane Hawkins leaning up against the scorer's table. Caden Wilson switches positions with Colton Hawkins. Wilson with the ball, 20 on the shot clock. Benton content to let Carterville hold for the final shot. Now they come out, put pressure on the ball. Logan Engel to Hawkins. Hawkins to Engel. Open three. Shoots with 8 on the clock. Rebound is grabbed by Wiggs. And they get it to Tedeschi. Cut off nicely by Hawkins. They turn it over. Shot at the buzzer off the backboard. Ends the second quarter as we head to halftime. 38-29 is our halftime score here from Carterville High School. Halftime here for the Carterville Lions, and we'll come back and start recapping this game when we return in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie, John Homan alongside. It is halftime here at Carterville. We're glad to have you with us here this evening, and it is 38-29. This ball game was a 6-point ball game at the end of the first quarter, 23-17, and here at halftime, it is the 9-point lead, 38-29. When you look at the scoring, first we'll start with the Benton Rangers. Dr. Tedeschi, Mr. Everything here this evening, 18 points. He had 13 first quarter points, 18 here at the halftime break. 10 from Nolan Schaefer as he reached double digits with a field goal here in the second quarter. Jackson Wiggs with 8 first half points, 2 from Kyle Thomas, 2 from Trey Severin, and that accounts for the 38 points scored by the Benton Rangers. Carterville led by Colton Hawkins, who was on fire in that first half, 16 first half points, and he's the only player for the Lions in double digits. 4 from Parker Poole this evening, 2 from Maddox Gully, 3 from Logan Engel, Caden Wilson with 2, Marion Adams with 2. Carterville has 29 first half points. They trail 38-29. A couple of games here earlier today. Right before this game, the Benton freshman won in overtime against the Carterville freshmen, 46-39. And then JV, it was the Benton Rangers beating Carterville 41-37 in the game just prior to this. 38-29 is our score. John, you got some numbers?
Yeah, let's take a look at the shooting stats for both teams. The Benton Rangers were 14 out of 25 from the field at 56%. Very, very, very good. 4 out of 12 from beyond the arc. That's 33%, very acceptable. Carterville Lions, 13 out of 30 from the field. That's 43%. That's adequate, but not nearly as good as Benton. And lowly 2 out of 13 on threes, 15%. So the Lions have to get better from three-point range. They want to get back in this ball game.
38-29 is our score here at halftime. We're going to go on and take a break here on our halftime report. When we come back, we'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois, get you caught up with the state bowling. We'll talk maybe some cheerleading for a moment and look at scores from around the area here on News Radio WJPF.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke
60,
Funeral Home
please.
is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexed and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Here at halftime, Dave McKenzie and John Homan. We talked about it in our pregame, but I think it's important we come back and talk about the state bowling tournament today up in O'Fallon.
Yeah, I think so, Dave. We have multiple state champions on the team side. The Harrisburg Bulldogs are the state champions of the state of Illinois. They had a two-day total of 13,177 pins. They were, listen to this, 689 pins better than second place McChesney Park of Harlem, Chicago, Harlem. That's an amazing spread.
And one thing we need to mention here, bowling is unlike any other sport in the state in that there's just one group of bowlers. It is the entire, it doesn't matter what size, one class. Right. And it is the only sport that's that way. And it's amazing that the Harrisburg Bulldogs over 600 pins better than second place.
Yeah, that was just a complete runaway. The Bulldogs won the regional, they won the sectional. Now they've won state. It's their first state championship in bowling at the school. And I'm going to say, and I could be wrong about this, that's probably the second state championship. I'm trying to think if they've had any other. I know that the football team won it in 2000. I'm not sure that all the basketball team won it with Tyler Smith-Peters.
Yep.
But certainly the first bowling title and on a very short list of state championships in the school history.
Absolutely.
Moving on to individuals, Carterville can be proud. David Luchka, the senior Lion, was first place. He's a state champion in individual bowling. He had a two-day total of 2,777 pins. Dave, he averaged 231.4 per game. Now that's fantastic.
I tell you, I used to average a 200 when I bowled. I can't imagine a 231. 200 was all I had, you know.
231's big time.
And let me tell you what, he had to roll 12 matches today.
Yeah, well, no.
Is that right?
Over
in the
tournament,
2
days.
In the 2 days.
They bowled 6 games yesterday to qualify, and then 6 games today.
Yeah. 12
total. And then he wasn't the only one in Southern Illinois that fared extremely well because you had 3 additional bowlers who were in the top 10. All three were from Harrisburg. And that was James Cranmore, who was second. It was Dalton Wheeler, who was fourth. And it was Miles Brombaugh, who was 10th. And then the only other local bowler from Southern Illinois besides the Harrisburg bowlers was Evan Floth of the Carterville Lions. He finished 58th overall. He was a 4-time state qualifier.
Yep.
He didn't have the big weekend that he was hoping for, but he had a great career as a bowler for the Carterville Lions, and I understand he's going to sign tomorrow, more than likely, and bowl at the next level.
Outstanding. Yeah. And David Luchka, congratulations. You're a state champion, brother. And I was thinking he might make an appearance here at halftime. I see Brett Dial, who went to O'Fallon earlier, but I was thinking maybe that David might make an appearance here at halftime, but you never know with those state champions, with the press and stuff that they have to do up there. Maybe got delayed and not getting back. We're going to be back here Monday night.
Oh, that's right.
So maybe Monday night we'll get to honor our state champion.
I certainly would hope so. And we also talked about the cheerleaders. They qualified for the state finals. They didn't win it, but they did qualify. So another great job by the cheerleaders.
Yep, Linda Drust.
Linda Drust does a great job with them, absolutely.
Yeah, they're a state powerhouse in cheerleading, and so at least you're qualified. That's all you got to do. Get in there, you got an opportunity. And let me tell you what, I've said this many, many times, John Homan, pound for pound, there is no tougher sport than cheerleading. Nothing more physical, nothing as difficult, and the margin of error is so slim for competitive cheer to try to win a state title. Toughest of all the sports in IHSA.
Why, I'm not going to give any argument on that. I mean, certainly you have to be quite athletic. That's for sure.
And they deal with unbelievable injuries through their season. It's crazy hard, but always proud of our cheerleaders here. As David Severin walks by us. How are you, brother?
That's right. And like I say, you never know who's going to stop by and say hello.
No, that's Trey's grandpa, right? We're ticking our way down towards second half action here, 38-29. Here this evening, Benton Rangers. It was a 23-17 game at the end of the first quarter. 38-29 here as we start play in the second quarter. Lions break their huddle. And Carterville makes their way to the floor. It's going to be Ranger basketball. We'll flip ends here. Rangers are going to be moving left to right on your radio dial. And a 5-second call right off the jump. Actually, a timeout. Coach Ron Weinmiller called the timeout. And that's good defense by the Lions. We'll keep it right here. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville and Mayor Brad Robinson. Once again, a reminder, the city's in the process of picking up limbs around the region that was brought down there in Carterville during the ice storm. You want information on the program, you can find the details if you go online, visit Carterville.com. That's the website, visit Carterville.com. And the mayor and the city of Carterville say, let's go Lions. Just a brief conversation for Coach Weinmiller and his Rangers. And now Dr. Tedeschi's going to trigger in from the far sideline. And he just lobs it right straight in to Kyle Thomas. Thomas finds Schaefer. Schaefer's jumper right off the jump is good.
He's had a very good night also. He's a perfect 6 for 6 from the field.
Yep, 12 in the game. 40-29. Top of the key, Hawkins. Nice pass down low to Engel. Finds Poole, mid-range jumper. Bounces around twice, no good. Tipped around, and the rebound is grabbed by Severin for the Rangers. Outlet pass to Kyle Thomas. Thomas spins on Maddox Gully, puts it up, and no good. And Hawkins gets the rebound. Here comes Colton. Spins at the free throw line. Bumps in the defender, makes space, puts it up and good. So his good shooting continues here in the third. 18 in the game for Colton Hawkins. Back to a 9-point lead. Doc runs into a double team. Thomas puts it up, got fouled. And he's going to be shooting free throws as the foul is going to be on Caden Wilson. You know, we saw Caden Wilson on fire those last 2 games at the BIT a week ago.
Right.
But he's been quiet here this week.
He's had a slow weekend by his standards.
Thomas comes up short on that first free throw. Second, rims out as well. So Hawkins to Gully, back to Colton. He's on the right side, gives it to Caden Wilson. Caden to Logan Engel. His pass picked off. 5th turnover on the Lions here tonight, but the Lions get a double team. Rangers break it. Off the glass, blocking foul called on Caden Wilson. And Trey Severin is going to shoot the free throws. Caden just picked up his 2nd foul here in the 2nd half. And at the line, Trey Severin. And he has the first one go. Ten-point lead after the 2nd free throw, 11-point lead. For the game for Severin, 42-31. Gully to Hawkins, inside the arc, and a foul coming out to get him is going to be Nolan Schaefer. Schaefer's 2nd. They get it into Hawkins. Now to Gully. He's down toward corner left. Pulls up the dribble, left to the circle. Needs some help. Somebody's got to come get him. And finds Hawkins. And a reach in is going to be called on Grant Owens.
His 2nd also.
42-31, 9-point lead. Gully to Caden Wilson. Caden trying to get down to that low block, dishes it off to Poole. Now it's Engel, back to Gully. Maddox at the free throw line, reverses it back up top. To Engel, now right wing to Caden Wilson. Caden, left-hand dribble to Hawkins. Colton got loose with the right hand, but a little short on the jumper. And Doc gets the free throw. Doc gets the push off to the rim, the bucket, and the foul. They're going to say a foul on the floor before the shot.
Be on Parker Poole, looks like, huh?
Yep. First on Poole. So Hawkins and Doc are battling there, and now that's going to be probably on Hawkins. It is. It's going to be the 2nd on Colton. So the 4th team foul now on Carterville. One more. It's going to put the Rangers at the line, and we still have only played about 2.5 minutes here in this 3rd quarter. Schaefer whips it around to Tedeschi. 15-foot jumper, too strong, out of bounds. Last touch by Dr. Tedeschi, and the Benton fans say no. I think they may have disagreed.
You think? Possibly.
I think. Clock ticking, 5:15. Lions have it. Gully to Logan Engel. Logan now to Maddox Gully. Gets the screen from Poole. Takes it to the right side. Now to Caden Wilson. Hawkins, pull up 3, in and out and back in again. 21 in the game for Colton Hawkins. And guess what? Colton Hawkins, the leading scorer in the game.
Having a heck of a night, no doubt.
21 for Hawkins. Tedeschi, 18 for the Rangers. Doc at the free throw line. Parker Poole on him. Schaefer launches, no good. Hawkins another rebound. I don't know how many rebounds Colton has tonight, but he's got a ton. Over to Gully. His 3. Oh, just wouldn't go. About as close as you could get. Back door. They got free. Behind the defense was Grant Owens. Nice pass to Owens. He let the defender flash by, and it finishes. Back to a 10-point lead, 44-34. 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Poole off the glass and good on the feed from Colton Hawkins.
He's doing it all, but he can't do it by himself. That's Colton Hawkins I'm talking about.
Back to an 8-point lead. Foul away from the ball, a hold.
Gully, I think. We'll see. Hawkins is reacting like it's on him. No? Yeah?
Colt.
Yeah, it's on Hawkins.
So Jaden Wilson comes into the game. Who's the sub going to be? They'll do it after the free throw. So Docker setting on 18 here this evening. Hits that first one. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. And the second from Doc is good. (46-36) is our score. Colton leaves it for Wilson. Caden into the paint, dishes it. Corner to left, Logan Ingles 3 off the front of the iron. And the rebound is grabbed by Kyle Thomas. Thomas here to the near side. Wiggs, his pass picked off. It's only the 4th turnover on the Rangers, and a foul called on Kyle Thomas as he was right in the back of Colton Hawkins. Thomas, that's his first personal. So Zettler is going to come in to replace Trey Severin. Ball is going to belong to the Lions there, baseline left. 3:19 here in this third quarter. They get it to Poole. Now to Colton, spins at the block. Traveled with, no, they're going to call a foul.
Got a break there. I think he shuffled the feet.
It's going to be Grant Owens, and that's the 3rd on Owens. Schaefer ready to come in. He's going to replace Grant Owens with those 3 fouls. So Jaden Wilson throws it in. Now Caden has it. K-Will dribbles between the circles, reverses back left side. Hawkins had an open 3, fires away, no good. Zettler the rebound for the Rangers. Top of the key, Thomas to Schaefer here on the right wing, lobs it into Docker, trying to baby dunk it over the top, and he gets it to go. 22 for Doc now. Right side, J-Will. Left-hand dribble to the elbow, off the left wing. K-Will shoots, no good. Doc gets the rebound. Tedeschi's gonna bring it across midcourt himself. Separates from Hawkins. Left side, Thomas into the paint. Little short jumper, good from Kyle Thomas.
Yeah, pull him away.
The senior
biggest
got
lead
4.
of the game.
Yep, 14-point lead, 50-36. 2 minutes, tried to thread the needle to Parker Poole. That turnover gives it back to the Rangers. Pass comes to the near side here to the corner. Now Schaefer down the runner with the left hand. Doc misses the first putback, gets the second one. 24 for Docker. Docker now has the point lead here.
They're just a little bit too good.
24. Colton Hawkins with 21. Fadeaway jumper from Hawkins is no good. Came up short. Kyle Thomas. Zettler gets free and gets the easy layup in the paint. Jackson Zettler in the scorebook. 18-point lead now for the Rangers, just like that. Logan Ingle steps out to the right wing, his pass tipped away. Rangers, the runner. Nolan Schaefer now with 14 in the game. We have
it's a delay of game called on Schaefer after making the breakaway layup. It's just a warning is all it is against the Rangers.
I didn't see what he did. I was right.
I wasn't paying, but that's what the call was. It was a delay of game, meaning he didn't put the ball back
put,
to the guy taking it out of bounds. You know, so whatever. Ticky-tack.
20-point lead, 56-36, under a minute to play here in the third. K-Will winds up with Hawkins into the paint, got free, and the layup with the right hand is good from Colton Hawkins. 23 now in the game for Colton with a timeout. 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized four-wheel alignment machine. If you need a tow, keep Campbell Brothers in mind. 618-942-4875. Coming out of the timeout, 56-38. I'm not mistaken. I think I see Eli Gunter in the house over on the far side.
Good.
Orange out game here tonight. That's why you see so many orange shirts, especially on the Benton Rangers here on their bench right below us. Foul called on Carterville. Jaden Wilson picks up the foul. Number 2 on Jaden. So at the line now, Kyle Thomas. At the stripe. Airballs that first free throw. Second, no good. And Marion Adams gets the rebound. Carterville's got 3 games coming up next week. Coming up. Going to be right back here on Monday night. Tuesday night at West Frankfort. Engel, shot, no good. Zettler gets the board for the Rangers. They get it out. Throw it up top to Zettler with 8, 7, 6 here till the end of the third quarter. Dr. Tedeschi, floater, leans in, 3, no good. Zettler shot at the buzzer, no good. Ends the third quarter. Benton pulled away there in the third. They lead it by 18. It's 56-38 as we are heading to the fourth quarter here at Carterville. Stay with us. Fourth quarter action is coming up next on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Carterville High School. John Homan alongside I'm Dave McKenzie as we head to the fourth quarter. 8 minutes remaining, and it's an 18-point lead for the Benton Rangers. Lions are going to have the ball to start play here in the fourth. Out on that right side, Caden Wilson, who's had a quiet night tonight. Just 2 points for Caden. Jumper no good. Marion Adams got fouled, and Dr. Tedeschi picks up the foul, and that's going to be the first on Tedeschi. So Marion Adams, who shoots 75% from the line. The left-hander has 2 coming. Steps up and knocks down the first one.
Nice touch.
Number 4. That one's short.
I jinxed him.
Yep. Announcer jinx. Rangers have it to Tedeschi. Tedeschi into the paint, off the glass, good. 26 in the game for Tedeschi. Off the right side, Logan Engel launches the 3, no good. Schaefer gets the rebound. You know, Dr. Tedeschi is already committed. He's going to Colorado State.
Yep.
They're getting a good ball player. I think they're going to like him.
Well, he can just do so many different things. Block shot, shoot the 3 at his size, and can post up along the baseline or in the paint. You know, just a lot of things he can do.
Off the glass,
Look at that.
leans in, just
He
gets free, wiggles himself free, doesn't he?
He's tremendous.
28.
Just what you think a first-team All-Stater should play like.
Absolutely. Hawkins bumps off the glass, and good for Colton. Colton, who had 7 in that third quarter. 60-41. Doc down on that block, right side, double team right there. Adams reaches in, ties him up. Great job by Adams to get in and tie up Tedeschi. They lob it in to Schaefer, stolen. Hawkins gets off the glass, the runner the other way for Colton. 27 for Hawkins.
So it's season high, isn't it?
I believe so.
Maybe a career high.
Up top.
Really the lone bright spot for the Lions today.
Yeah. Tedeschi's jumper, no good. Schaefer, the rebound, keeps it alive. Back to Doc, launches again, no good. And this time, Caden Wilson gets the rebound. Clock is ticking its way down toward 5 minutes remaining here. Lions are going to be hosting Massac County coming up Monday night. Wilson to Gully. Gully. Tuesday night, Lions are going to hit the road, go to West Frankfort to take on the Redbirds. And Marion Adams wasn't ready for the pass, turns it over. And then on Friday, no game, John Homan. Friday night off
That's a
for
shocker,
Lions.
isn't it?
It's the scheduled Friday night off for the Lions. But they will play on Saturday. Doc off the glass. Banks it too hard. Hawkins gets the rebound. And that game on Saturday night is at Anna Jonesboro.
Just a double dribble, got away with one.
Hawkins.
Oh, boy. He got his 30.
He got his 30. And a timeout called. With 4:51 remaining, it's going to be a full timeout. 60-46 is our score. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio, WJPF.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
60-46 here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. As we have the old cheer battle taking place between the fans from Benton and Carterville. Rangers. That's what they say. 60-46. 4:40 remaining here in the ball game. Zettler off to the left wing. Bringing it here near side, Kyle Thomas. Now to Schaefer. He's in the corner. Kyle matched up on Maddox Gully. Maddox, good job defensively. Now to Zettler on the left wing. Thomas. 60-46 our score, and a foul as Maddox Gully reaches in. It's going to be the first on Gully here this evening. Doc bombs it in the backcourt, ran down by Thomas. Coming up on our postgame show, we'll wrap up this game. Look at scores from around Southern Illinois. Turnover, Rangers. Jaden Wilson off the glass, can't finish. And it's tipped out of bounds, and the Rangers are going to have possession of the ball. We'll talk to Coach Shane Hawkins. Coming into the game for the Rangers, Jackson Wiggs comes in to replace Jackson Zettler. And Carterville's called for the foul. Gully, his second. So now Johnny Miller comes in to replace Caden Wilson.
Well, stranger things have happened, Dave, but it's going to take some major offense here in the next couple of minutes or so.
Yep, and some stops as Docker hits the floor. Him and Adams as Marion picks up the foul. It's going to be the first on the Marion. So under 4 to play now. Down low. The jumper from Wiggs is good.
He's now double figures.
Yeah, he had 8 in that second quarter.
Yep.
That's his first field goal here in the second half. Johnny Miller to Gully. Back to Miller. Johnny launches. Air ball.
Yep.
Picked out of the midair by Wiggs. And here's Thomas. Hands the ball to Tedeschi. Adams on him. Marion reaches out. Picks up the pushing foul. It's going to be the second now on Adams. Zettler back into the game to replace Kyle Thomas. They get it in. 2:50 remaining here this evening. Doc does a little bit of everything, doesn't he? Runs the point.
He does. You can see he can play the point guard position fairly well for his size.
Has good handles. Stands 6'9", can dribble.
You can see the floor well too when you're that tall, and he does a good job of passing the ball.
Rangers working the clock here on this possession. Carterville comes out, trying to double team Tedeschi, gets it off to Schaefer. Schaefer, good job by Jaden Wilson stepping in, slapping the ball out of bounds.
Benton Rangers will be a tough out in the postseason, no doubt about that. They're likely to win a regional and get into the sectional.
Just those 2 losses. Of course,
one to Pinckneyville and one to Meridian.
One to Meridian, yeah, exactly, in the championship of the BIT. And this morning we were talking about it on Sports Voice, and you know how much the Rangers wanted to win that 50th anniversary championship. Sure. But give Meridian credit, they took it right to the Rangers.
Yeah, Meridian is just on some kind of a roll right now. We'll see how that carries over to the postseason, but fantastic team.
At the line for the Rangers, Grant Owens. The free throw is good. So Jaden Wilson comes out of the game. Caden back into the game. Zach Snow comes in. Second is good from Owens. He's got 4. 120 seconds remaining. Golly, high off the rim, no good. Adams couldn't get the rebound. Thomas does for the Rangers. Pass to Schaefer, to Thomas. Ball tipped out of bounds by Gully. Jackson Wiggs was right there next to it. Zettler comes in.
Well, no rest for the weary, Dave. Like you say, you got to come back and play Monday and Tuesday both, right?
Yep.
Monday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Yep.
So 3 more games next week. Just got to come back at it and do the best you can.
Pass picked off from Tedeschi. From the elbow, jumper from Caden Wilson, missed it, got his own rebound, put back no good. And Doc gets the rebound with 90 seconds remaining. 18-point lead, 64-46. Steps through the defenders to Zettler, off to the left wing. So the Rangers will improve, pick up their 20th win on the season.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, they'll be 20-2. Schaefer's had a good night.
Yes, he has.
16. Kind of quiet, plays a quiet role on the team, but he's a senior.
Lions are going to be 10 and 12. Timeout.
That Gully, wasn't it, scored?
That was Gully, yeah.
I thought. Let's see.
4 in the game for Maddox. Timeout with 46 seconds left. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout as we're getting some subs in the game. Ron going to go to his bench. Carterville going to their bench.
I misspoke. Schaefer's a junior. They don't have too many underclassmen playing for the Rangers this year, but Schaefer will be back next year. Wiggs will be back next year.
I mean, they lose Jackson Zettler, Kyle Thomas, Trey Severin, Grant Owens, Docker, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they're going to lose, what, 5 players?
Yeah, of the guys who are actually playing minutes. You know, Schaefer's really the only one back, right?
Schaefer and Owens.
And oh no, Owens isn't he a senior?
Yeah.
So Schaefer's the only one
junior,
back.
Yeah.
He's the only one
I
back.
meant Kyle Thomas. Kyle Thomas and Schaefer. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, he's a senior too, Dave. Kyle is.
So 30 seconds remaining.
Well, they won't be the same without Tedeschi.
No.
No matter how you slice it.
He's been outstanding to watch. And this is our last opportunity to see him. Regular season-wise, as the clock ticks down, under 20 seconds. 20th win for the Benton Rangers. The Lions will go 2 games under 500, 10 and 12 on the season. 66-48, the final score here as the Benton Rangers knock off your Carterville Lions. Stay with us. Post-game show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Regan Palach and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Regan Palach and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUCU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
66-48, the final score here at Carterville here this evening. The Benton Rangers pick up their 20th win. They are now 20-2 on the season. Carterville now 10-12 on the season. This game pretty close there in the first half. 23-17 at the end of the first quarter. It was just a 9-point lead at the halftime break, 38-29. In the third is when Benton really kind of extended that lead out. At the end of three, they led it 56-38, and they win it here tonight 66-40. I can't read my writing. 66 to what?
48.
48. Now, okay, my bad. They already shut off the scoreboard, and I looked up there. 66-48, the final score here this evening. So the Benton Rangers, they're next games next week, they're going to be at Harrisburg on Tuesday. They'll play Anna Jonesboro on Friday, and then they'll be home on Saturday to take on the Sparta Bulldogs. Carterville, as we mentioned, home on Monday night. This is that makeup conference game that got snowed out here about 2 weeks ago. They'll be hosting Massac, and then on the road for a pair of games Tuesday and Saturday. Tuesday at West Frankfort. Saturday will be heading to Anna Jonesboro. Sliding through the scoring first, we'll start with the Benton Rangers here this evening. They were led, of course, by Dr. Tedeschi, who finished with 28 points on the night. Also chipping in double digits, Nolan Schaefer with 14. Jackson Wiggs finished with 10. Also getting in the book, Jackson Zettler with 2. 4 from Kyle Thomas, 4 from Trey Severin, 4 from Grant Owens, and 66 points given up to the Benton Rangers this evening. You look at the scoring for Carterville. How about Colton Hawkins? He was outstanding. He was the high scorer of the game. He outpaced Dr. Tedeschi, finishing with 30. As we said, Tedeschi with 28, but Colton Hawkins, we'll have to look. I think that's got to be his high game.
He had 30.
Yep, that's what I have.
That's got to be his. And we both had him at 30, so that's got to be his career high, I would think. Certainly his season high, but I would bet career high.
6 in the game for Parker Poole, 3 from Amarian Adams, 2 from Caden Wilson. Logan Engel with a 3-pointer. Parker Poole, as we said, finishes with 6. Maddox Gully chips in 4. And the final score, 66-48 here this evening. Freshman Lions were beaten by the Rangers 46-39 in overtime, and the Benton Ranger JV team beat the Lions tonight 41-37, 66-48 the final score here this evening. And I know that Carterville girls and Coach Todd Rogers, they were beat in overtime today in the game. It took place about noon this afternoon. We're going to go on and take a break here on our postgame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of John's stats. We'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois. Coach Shane Hawkins will be joining us for a John A. Logan Coaches Show. Coming up next here on News Radio WJPF, back in 60.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for
Diana
the
knocked off Sesser 66-39.
With
right.
9,000 square feet of equipment. They
Yeah,
offer group classes, women's only classes,
Marion
youth
girls
strength
over
and
Heron.
conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and
Pretty
massage
easily, too,
therapy.
77-29.
Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They
See if
even
there's a
have
boys
separate
score
room
yet.
for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street,
Probably not
Carterville.
yet.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
66-48, the final score here tonight. The Benton Rangers pick up their 20th win of the season. Carterville now 10-12 on the season. You close?
I think we can go with it here.
Let's go.
Take a look at the shooting stats for the game. Carterville Lions were 21 out of 52 from the floor. That's about 40%. They were 4 out of 22 from three-point land, only 18%. That's what really hurt them here partially this evening. The Benton Rangers were a robust 29 out of 54 from the field, 55%. 6 of 19 from threes, that's 31%. So the Rangers put the ball in the hole more frequently and with more efficiency and had easier shots, Dave. That was about the best way of putting it. They just couldn't really contend with Dr. Tedeschi and crew. But it wasn't just a one-man wrecking crew. It was other guys stepping up and playing really well. Nolan Schaefer playing well.
Finished with 14.
Absolutely. And Jackson Wiggs with double figures. So they were well balanced tonight.
Yes, they were. 66-48, the final score. Let's look at some scores around the region here this evening. We'll start first with some Black Diamond scores, the finals. Now, you got to remember, it's just now 8 o'clock. We played early tonight, so there's still a ton of games to be played this evening. But it was Johnston City over Wayne City, 61-49. Goreville takes care of Woodlawn, 81-67. And Tranco beat Martinsville here this afternoon, 39-38. Cahokia Conference Finals tonight. Greenville gets beat by Freeburg, 52-45. It was Columbia over Belleville West, 59-47. And let's see here. That's a first quarter score. Carlisle leads Nashville, 13-11 in the first quarter. Some GEC games. Thompsonville beats Carrier Mill Stonefort 54-50, and it was Centralia over Waltonville today, 49-45. Give Waltonville some credit this weekend. You know, with the schedule that they played, John Homan, it was just outstanding playing for them. They, being able to take on Marion last night.
Yeah,
Centralia tonight.
Yeah, they just lost by 4 to Centralia, 49-45. They did get beat badly by Marion last night, but Marion was red hot from what I understand. Give credit to Waltonville. The Spartans went to head-to-head with two really strong 3A teams in our area, not just in our area, but two of the better 3A teams in the state.
Yeah.
And gave a decent account of itself, especially today against Centralia. So the Spartans will be they'll be formidable in the postseason. Will not be easy. I tell you what, who do you like? You got in a tournament between Goreville, Meridian, and Waltonville. That'd be a tough call there. Those three teams.
If you're asking me right now,
yeah.
I think I'd have to take Meridian.
I would too, but I think that it's not necessarily far-fetched to see either one of the other two teams.
No,
win.
absolutely not.
But I'm with you. I think Meridian would
As
be
we sit right now, I think I'd take
A
Meridian.
little bit better team right now, yes. I agree.
There's a couple other scores I want to get to this evening. Murfreesboro beat this evening. Mascoutah takes care of the Red Devils, 57-43. That's a final score. Shelbyville gets beat by 30 by the Pinckneyville Panthers. 77.
They've been playing with a chip on their shoulder ever since they lost that championship game of their holiday tournament, haven't they?
To the Benton Rangers, right?
Yes.
That was the Duster Thomas.
And they came back and
they've been on a roll since they beat
really
the Benton
buried
Rangers.
the Rangers after that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Final score here, 66-48. We're going to go on and take another break, and Coach Shane Hawkins should be joining us here momentarily as we continue here on our post-game show on News Radio WJPF back in 60.
That subsectional Pinckneyville's in is going to be a war.
Local 702 represents
yes,
more
it
than
is.
just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern
Breeze
Illinois
Central.
linemen, tree trimmers.
Carlisle.
Did we lose you?
Montgomery's Place
There we go.
in
Okay.
Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere.
Programming
or a
took
Saturday
over
brunch
there.
spot.
I'm not really
It's
sure why.
Montgomery's Place.
Okay.
Their menu
Oh, it went
offers
top of
full
the hour, that's why.
receptions and hot and cold
Okay.
espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
66-48, the final score here from Carterville tonight. The Benton Rangers pick up their 20th win on the season. You hung in there for a while. Then things kind of got going, Coach Shane Hawkins. But that's kind of like an echo on our season here this year.
I thought we got good shots.
Yeah, I agree.
And what we've done is a really good job of, and we did it to BIT when Caden Wilson really got rolling. We kept feeding him. All right, you go get your game on. Go, because I trust him to make the right play. It's not, yes, he was scoring, but when he had doubles, he was able to kick it and play off that, and other guys were able to play off him. Tonight it was Colton. Colton got going, so they start running at him, and we kick, and we have to be able to make open shots. I mean, it's a broken record, but what, 4 of 18?
I have 4 out of 22 on threes.
4 of 22. I mean, and none of those 18 misses were bad shots.
No.
They're wide open shots because we had the ball in the hands of the guys that we wanted to have it in the hands of, and they made the right plays. And it's the same thing it's been every game. It's the inability to make shots. I thought we got it to the rim we crashed a couple times and got tip-ins off the offensive glass. We got a couple offensive rebounds where if you don't go score it right away and you're not going to shot fake to see if Doc will jump and get in his air, then it's got to be kicked out. And we had a couple of those where we kind of waited too long and then shot it, and he blocked it with his elbow and then recovered it. But, and I tell our guys all the time, watch a game. Watch a game on ESPN. There's games every night. And listen to a broadcast. And the amount of information you'll learn about the game will help you out here because the game's the same. Right? The game on TV is, other than NBA, that's different. This game is the same as a college game. Watch it and learn. And I've done a poor job. I've tried to save bodies, and I know we're fighting sickness, and I've done a poor job of just grinding with them and watching film and watching film and watching film. And I tried to give an extra day off here and there. I tried to not bang bodies and try to keep us fresh for the stretch run. But we got to get back to, we got to be tougher. I thought when they made the run tonight, we weren't very tough. They beat us in transition a couple times. They got us off the offensive glass because we just stood and watched them. And so we've got to get back to, we got to get to being tougher. And we'll use the next 3 weeks to improvement for us of learning and getting a little bit better knowledge of the game and a little bit tougher, and then see if we can't get to a regional final and play these guys in about 4 weeks and see what kind of improvement we've made.
Colton on his game tonight, 13 out of 20 from the floor, finished with 30. I'm guessing that might be a career high here. Your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, he was good. I thought it's just like Caden last week. When you get a guy going, you got to keep feeding. You got to keep going to him. You got to feed the guy who's rolling. I mean, it's a simple game. Don't make the game any more difficult than what it is. And he hit a couple tough ones. Once he hit a couple tough ones, then he kind of got rolling, and he got a couple open ones early, and then he got some confidence, hit a couple tough ones. But I thought he did a really good job of. He probably took one late, maybe two late. They were probably not the best shot. But we've missed so many open threes. I thought him and K-Dub did the right job, or made the right play a lot, getting in the paint and kicking it for open threes. Sometimes after you watch those guys miss a bunch of jumpers, it's sometimes a tough shot from him is better than, or a tough shot from K-Dub is sometimes better than an open shot from somebody else, just because they're not making shots. And again, we're at 22% for the year from the arc, and the game changes when you can't make shots. And we had 46, 48, whatever we had tonight, and I thought we did a lot, and we've talked about it before. It's hard to keep grinding, and never see the ball go in the hole, and then expect to go guard and defend, and especially when they have somebody like Doc.
So what do we do next week? I mean, it's tough week next week. A big conference game Monday night. It's the reschedule of the Massac game. Tuesday we're going to go to Frankfurt. Yeah. Saturday.
Yeah, and that's the issue with us now is 4 games in 5 days, and I gave last Wednesday off in hopes to kind of refresh our bodies, and maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, but probably should have watched film. Probably should have kept it. Maybe we don't get on the floor. Maybe we watch film instead, and that's what we'll spend a lot of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've got to watch film. We've got to learn, and that's JV guys too. We've got to learn how the game's played, the way it should be played. Positioning defensively, we were out of position a lot defensively, and it's easier to learn when they watch themselves. Although we say watch a game on TV, still learn. You can still watch a game on TV and learn, but a lot of times it's easier when you're watching yourself. You focus a little bit more on that. So we'll get back to that on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but the big one on Monday because it's a regional seed game, and if you win that one, that should give you the 4 when it comes into the regional seed, which will be the following Wednesday, the 12th. But you win that one, that keeps you out of the play-in game. And with down here in 2A, if you have to play a play-in game on Monday and then a semi-game on Wednesday and a title game on Friday, man, you've really put yourself up against the wall. So hopefully we can be better on Monday and then get that 4 seed. And then at least our goal has got to be that last week. It's got to be the last week. Everything has to be for improvement for the next 3 weeks to get ready for that. That regional.
66-48, the final score here this evening. Coach, thank you for your time, and we'll see you Monday.
All right, we'll see you. Thank you.
Shane Hawkins joining us here on our postgame show as the Benton Rangers get the win this evening, picking up their 20th win on the year. The Lions now 10-12 on the season. Close us out.
Great game by Colton Hawkins. Got to focus on that. It's, I think, clearly his best game of the year, not just offensively, but one of his better defensive games too. Just a solid game all around. I think that the Lions played okay tonight. They could have played better. I think that they just got to come back next week and say, hey, you know what? We're not playing Heron and Benton this week. These are all winnable, much more winnable games.
Absolutely.
And so coming next week with a good mindset, we can beat Massac County. If we play well, we know we can beat lost track of who are playing Tuesday night. But Frankfurt, those are certainly winnable games.
Absolutely.
And what, Vandalia is at the end of the week?
No, Saturday is at AJ.
At AJ. All winnable games.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to ever say, easy games, but certainly winnable games. And the Lions could do a lot for their psyche if they could come back and win 3 next week. 3 very winnable games.
Absolutely. Monday night, right back here at home as Massac County and Coach Joe Hossman come to town. We'll be with you Tuesday night and Saturday night. For Gannon Dollins back at the studio, thanks, buddy, for your help. For my partner, John Homan, I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for listening to Lions basketball here on News Radio, WJPF, and on our YouTube live stream. God bless everybody. Have a great night.
The Carterville Lions are on the air.